What's up, guys? Welcome back to another coffee talk. And today is Wednesday, January 12th. Man, 2 weeks in almost in the new year, 2022. Crazy. But today, we are going to be talking about my latest project, something that I've been talking about for behind the scenes, I've been talking about it for a couple of months. And actually, I talked about it about 6 months ago, but then ended up not doing it. And now we are going to do it. And that is something that we're calling our Niche Properties Insider, which is really somewhat of a video newsletter slash training. And yeah, I would say training and blueprint and action steps, all of that stuff inside of this Niche Properties Insider. So I wanted to just give you guys the details on it, what it looks like, why I decided to do it, and then also what I am looking to get out of this. And I do want to add value to you, even if you don't ever, go through one of our Niche Properties Insider editions. This is going to be volume 1. We're going to do one per month. We're releasing these as of right now inside of our Brand Creators Academy. So inside of the Academy, if you're listening to this and watching this and you're part of the Academy, you're getting access to this for free. Basically, it's part of the membership. We may eventually offer this as a standalone, but as of right now, we are not. So there won't be any like back issues or anything like that. So it's kind of like once we go to print, we go to print. Once we give it out, we give it out, and then that will be it. And we're doing it because we want it to be like a magazine, like a newsletter, or like something that you would get. And I've thought about that, by the way, is doing like a printed newsletter, but not going to do that as of right now. But I do want it to be beneficial for everyone that's going through this. And the other selfish reason why I want to do these is because I learn a ton by doing these teardowns and really finding these niches that are already proven and they're already doing well. And how can we learn from these other niches, even if I'm not in that niche? And I think that's the main thing that I like to pull away. So today on this episode and on this coffee talk, I am going to be going through exactly what this is going to look like as of right now, because it will probably change a little bit, because we're going to do this right today. Actually, we're going to do it at 3 p.m. Eastern time inside of BCA, inside of our private group. And we're going to be doing it for the first time, following our initial outline of the different areas that we're going to be covering. But that will probably change. We'll probably refine it, make it better. And the other goal of this is to potentially turn this into a PDF slash video that will go along with it. So like an action guide. So that's what we are doing. If you guys have any questions about this as I'm going through it, let me know, and I can answer them. And if you do want to get access to the very first ever Niche Properties Insider, Volume 1, which is going to be dropping today, you would need to be a Brand Creators Academy member. If you are interested in becoming a member and you are not yet, it is by private invite. But if you go here, you can fill out a quick little survey, and then you can get a private invite. And you can go here, brandcreators.com/BCA. Again, that's brandcreators.com/BCA. And you can get access to Brand Creators Academy, which is our community and all of our training. And we do hot seats and all of the different things that we do inside of there to help you grow your niche properties, your brand. And that is inside of there. We do 2 calls per month. One of them is this Niche Properties Insider now, which is pretty awesome. So that the bonus that we're giving out now as a member is you're going to get access to these Niche Property Insiders every single month. So if you are not yet part of it, shameless plug, head on over to brandcreators.com/BCA. All right. So with that all being said, let me go ahead and officially kick this thing off. And I see some of you guys jumping in here. What's up, Kyle? Scooby Life, Clint, what's up? So you guys can hear me and see me okay, it looks like. So that's a good sign. All right, cool. So let's kick this thing off. I'm going to go ahead and pull my notes up because I do have a few notes here that I want to share with you. Actually, quite a few because I wanted to make sure I covered everything. So here we go. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. And today I am fired up because, well, I am going to share with you my latest project that I've been working on behind the scenes. And depending on when you're listening to this, it is about to go down. It's about to happen. And what it is, well, exactly what the title said, if you read the title, and that is our Niche Properties Insider, and it is going to be released today. Or if you're listening to this on the podcast, it would have already been released. But if you are inside of our Brand Creators Academy, you get access to it absolutely free. If you are not, well, as of right now, it's not available to the public, but I'm going to share with you exactly what it is, how it can help you, but I'm also going to talk about what we're looking at. So whether you did join BCA or didn't get access to what we're doing here, our Niche Properties Insider, I'm going to tell you why you should also be doing this, okay? Because really what it is, and I'm going to get into what it is here in a second, but what it really is a way for you to be able to learn from other sites that are doing well, or at least further along than you are, kind of pick up some clues. And really, even if it's not in your niche, you can adapt that and transfer that over into a niche that you're working on. Or you can log it up here. If you can't see me, I'm pointing at my head. You can log it in. So this way here, you know, in the future that if you get into that niche or even a broader niche that has that sub niche in it, you pretty much know that you can grow this thing out because, well, we've got proof of it. All right. So let me kind of dig in here. All right. So this whole Niche Properties Insider, let me give you the backstory on it. So Chris Schaefer and I both talked about doing this almost probably 6 to 8 months ago. And I was like, you know what? We're doing this all the time. Like what we do is we will look at sites that are being sold. We go to marketplaces like, let's see, Empire Flippers. We'll go to, Motion Invest. We'll go to Quiet Light. Now, some of these sites don't give you the site URL. They don't give you any of that stuff. There's another one. It is the Investors Club, which is another one. You have to give them, actually have to give them proof that you would have the funds, I think, of $5,000 in your account before they'll let you have access to it or something like that. But it gives you access to sites that are being sold on the marketplace. And the cool thing is now we can look at these sites. Another one too, I forgot to mention, was Flippa. Flippa, you don't need anything, but Flippa's a little bit of a weird marketplace because there's a lot of spammy stuff on there. So you got to kind of know what to look for. But you can find some good ones there. And you also can just get some really good niche ideas there. And a lot of times you can see the URL, the site itself, and start digging through that. If I find one on Flippa, I definitely dig into those numbers. And that's probably something we will probably use one of those on Flippa 1 month of our Niche Properties Insider. So again, we're going to do one of these every single month. And one of the reasons I like doing these, like I said, and doing this one time per month is I learn a ton. Like it forces me to dig in. All right. And I do use additional tools. So I'll be using, obviously, Uber Suggest, but I use Ahrefs. And that one, there's a paid tool, but it gives me a lot of information very, very quickly. So I don't have to jump around to different free tools. I can just use it inside of there. And this is not a plug for Ahrefs. I'm not an affiliate for them. I don't even think they offer an affiliate program. Yeah, that's what I do. So the bottom line is, how can we learn from other sites? Or how can we get motivated by other sites? Because that's the other thing that this thing does, right? Is like when you're seeing a site and you're like, wow, really? Like that site is doing $1,500 a month on ads. And they're just talking about, I don't know, maybe slime. I don't know. It's sometimes you'll find the weirdest niches. And we all think it has to be this, this niche that everyone knows about. No, sometimes it's weird. It's like leather weaving or something. Like there's like all kinds of different niches. And when you see this, it allows you to get inspired, to get motivated, and it gives you another another piece of proof that yes, this is possible. And yes, I want to do that. Right. It's kind of, if I'm going into a short-term rental, I want to see other short-term rental people that are doing well. So I can say, oh, that area seems to be doing well. I wonder how they're doing it. So I learn every time from them. And I might just plug in one piece, one thing that would save me thousands or that would earn me thousands. Okay. So you have to think about whenever you are doing this type of research, you are doing it in a way to take that information and apply it to your niche or maybe a future one. All right. So just think about that. And the big takeaway here for you today is really understand that what we want to do is not steal people's stuff or copy people's stuff. That's not what we're doing. Because a lot of times I will find a niche that I'm not in, but I can learn from what I learned on, or I can take away what I learned and apply it, because all I need to do is adapt that piece of content or that content strategy or keywords that they're using and then adapt it to my niche. Or maybe it's a monetization channel that I wasn't even aware of, and it is in my niche, right? And I could tap into that. So there's a lot of cool things that we can do to pull, to kind of pull from. All right. So the main idea here was for me to be able to create something that I could do every single month. And the very first thing I always think about is how can I do this in a way that would also help my Brand Creators Academy members? Because that's my very first bit of focus is I need to make sure that I'm helping those guys out. And at the same time, I'm able to do something that helps myself. I really believe in that. I want to be learning right along with you. That's why I say we're all in this together, just maybe a little bit further along. But it's really cool because as we're doing this, we're kind of uncovering this stuff together. And then I'm able to say, guess what? Because I found this, I'm going to adapt that to two of my niches because I know that I can do that. And inside of Brand Creators Academy, I also reveal a couple of my niches. So then I could actually share this is how I would do it to this niche. So the very first thing that we need to understand here, and the reason why I did this, is because seeing is believing, right? It's proof. We all want proof. The more proof that we get that this thing works or that it can be done, it motivates us to want to do it all the more. I mean, we all do that, right? And so the big idea behind this thing was for me to be able to create something like a newsletter, okay? And that's exactly what this is going to be like. It's going to be like a monthly newsletter because it's going to have training in it. You're going to actually watch various aspects of me tearing down a site. So I'm going to basically take this site that is earning a minimum of $1,000 per month. Actually, this first volume is we're going to be focusing on this one niche that is doing averaging over $1,500, all from Mediavine, and it's in a broad niche. And I'll get into the specifics there in a second. But I'm going to be actually going through showing those examples, but then I'm going to be going through it and analyzing the content, seeing what has performed really well, what hasn't performed that well, what could be improved, but then also how can we narrow the focus a little bit and try to find these, what I call keyword veins or topic veins, where we can just drill into that, which I think this one here has a huge amount of opportunity there. So the first reason why I wanted to do this, obviously, like I said, seeing is believing, proof. The second thing here, okay, and that we're going to be doing in this Niche Properties Insider, and it's something that you also can do all on your own, is number one, we're going to learn from these other sites, like I said, and you're going to want to tear down the site. That's what we're going to be doing. So it's like literally taking it apart and dissecting it, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to expose niches that work by doing this, okay? And this is a really big one. We're going to find sub niches because a lot of times there's a big niche and then we have to narrow that focus down. I actually had 3 coaching calls this week that I did exactly that. I said, listen, you're going after this broader thing. We need to find one thing that we can narrow in on and then go really, really deep, okay? Until we run out of things that we can talk about in that vein. And then we're going to bounce over to another one and go down that one. So we want to find these sub niches. And I think you always should be looking for sub niches because a lot of times there's a lot of gold to be had inside of those sub niches. We're going to also look at content that works, because why do we want to have to do all of the guesswork? If you're starting a site from scratch, you probably want another site that you can look at and go, oh, they're doing something similar. They've really addressed this one topic very well. Maybe I should start addressing that and ask various questions as well. So it's really good to see what content works. The other thing is that you kind of find out here is you find these content clusters or these keyword clusters, the veins, as I call them. And even if it's not in your niche, you can learn from that. And then you can go, oh, they were using this one keyword string, and they were just plugging in a different keyword at the end, or a location, right, at the end. Best bass fishing spots in North Carolina, best fishing spots in fill in the blanks, right? And so if you find something like that, you're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to take my thing and add it in there and just put in a state and see if that, returns any results. So you can learn a ton by doing that. And then monetization types. Like we're going to be able to see now Mediavine. We're going to be able to see Ezoic. We're going to be able to see AdThrive, or maybe AdSense. And we're going to be like, wait a minute. This niche is paying $30 per 1,000. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe I need to narrow my focus and focus it more on this niche. Or maybe you're going to just say, wow, if I ever go into that niche, I know that it pays well. So I don't have to worry. Is this site going to do well on Mediavine? You're already going to know it because we got proof of it. And then the other thing is just finding these other affiliate networks that you've never heard of, or ones that you never considered because you didn't think that your niche was aligned with it, but then you find out that they are. I mean, one little thing can really, really add to and speed up to your niche property. So that's it. So that's the big takeaway of what you will get from doing this yourself. Or if you want to be a fly on the wall and get our Niche Properties Insider and become part of our Brand Creators Academy, that's what we're going to be doing. But the big thing here also is, like I said, and I'm going to repeat this, is to transfer the nuggets to my own site. Like, how do you transfer even just one thing, one concept to your site, or one thing that you found that you didn't know about, and then you plugged that in, and all of a sudden it increased your traffic or it increased your revenue? Like anything like that, right? Like one simple thing can make a huge difference. And that's the key that we want to remember here. So let me just talk about the very first site that we're going to be breaking down here inside of the Niche Properties Insider in volume 1. This site is under 3 years old. It has 500 articles on the site right now. It's averaging about 35,000 visitors. And actually, I took a peek. It's actually growing. So 35,000 is where it is now, but it's growing. It's getting indexed really fast for keywords. And it is earning on average around $1,500 per month from Mediavine. Okay. But here was a few things that I identified immediately, and I haven't even went through it yet. Like I haven't done the full teardown yet. Okay. Now, if you're listening to this on the podcast, I probably already did it because this is going to air after the fact. But this is what I discovered. The niche, very broad. Okay. It's in a market, it's in a niche, but it's very, very broad. Okay. Now, the other thing is it's kind of all over the place. They kind of chose a whole bunch of different topics all over the place. So, for example, if I was going after, sports and outdoors, and I said, I'm going to do an article on fishing. I'm going to do one on, mountain climbing. I'm going to do another one on just regular hunting, maybe bow hunting. I'm going to do another one on hiking, right? So it's kind of all over the place. Okay. But it's still in that big, broad sports and outdoors. Okay. What we want to do, and this is what we're going to do, is we want to see where can we go that will allow us to get there faster if we just pick one of those areas. Okay. And then what we can do is we can zoom back out and go, okay, what is the next one? What is the next sub niche that we should go into? And then you pick that one and boom, you go through that one, pull back out again, go on over, which one next, go through it. But what this site has done, and it's okay because they kind of sampled. So now we've got a whole bunch of samples out there that are in this market, but all over the place. And now what we can do is we can look at the ones that really performed well, and then we can drill into those first if we want to and optimize those. And And so really what we're looking at doing here with this very first edition here and this volume of our Niche Properties Insider is also how do we increase the traffic and how do we increase the revenue? And so what we're going to do is look for again, content veins, but we're also going to look for monetization opportunities that might not be there, or it might just be create more content to get more traffic and optimize the current content so we can get to 50,000, 75,000 keywords, because then we know our revenue is going to go up because we are getting paid from Mediavine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to outline a 90-day blueprint that would be followed if we owned this site or if we had purchased this site. All right. And so that is really what we are going to be doing inside of these niche property insiders, and really just breaking it down and tearing it down and allowing us to go through this process that if you weren't even there, if you weren't even watching us, we'd be doing. Because I do these quite often because I learn so much, right? And then what I do is I'm able to pull from that. Or if I see an opportunity, I can plug it in, right? I can go, oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. We should start drilling into that sub niche or a different sub niche of ours, right? Instead of trying to recreate the wheel, maybe we should just pick one other sub niche and go really deep in there. Because people think because they pick a niche, they have to stay within that niche. That's why I do recommend trying to go a little bit broader, but also on topic and kind of on niche, but then allowing you to go in different areas, right? Because that will allow you to go bigger. Okay. And so that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. And it's really something that you could do all on your own. Like I said, if you want, go to Flippa and just go there and search for sold sites and look at all of the sites that have sold. Put in there maybe even your criteria. You only want to see sites that were earning ad revenue or that are only affiliate sites. And then just go in there and start looking around and see the different niches. Now you're going to see a lot of, poker sites and, you'll see make money sites and maybe crypto, you'll see some of those. Just ignore them and go after the ones that you see that's like, oh, this one here's a knitting site, or, oh, this one here is, a crafting site, and then look at those and start to get ideas and start to look at their content, bring them into a tool like Uber Suggest and see some of the, behind the scenes stuff. Now, Uber Suggest does limit you on some of the things that you can see. If you have access to Ahrefs, you can see more. But at the end of the day, all we're really doing is we're looking at other sites that can either inspire us, motivate us, and also give us ideas of what we could do on our own sites. And that's it. Like, that's bottom line. That's what that's what I'm looking to gain from it. And you should as well. All right. So let me give you again the details. If you are interested in getting access to the Niche Properties Insider, which, like I said, is basically a monthly newsletter / training, action steps. We're going to give a 90-day blueprint and really watching us tear down a site brick by brick, and really showing you exactly what we look for and what we would do immediately to grow the site. And if you do want access to that, right now it is not as a standalone. It may be in the future, but as of right now, we are giving access to our Brand Creators Academy members. And I mean, basically, guys, for $3 a day, you get access to everything we have to offer inside of the Academy. That's all of our trainings. Even our Niche Properties class is in there. We also have our Pinterest training in there. We have our email list building mastery in there. We have a lot of training in there, but it doesn't have to be something you have to go through all the time, but it's there if you need it, depending on where you are. So we have all of that. We have our content creation challenge. All of that training is in there, but more importantly, the support is there. We have our community, which is awesome. We do 2 calls per month where we hop on, we'll answer any questions. We do hot seats. If you wanted a hot seat of your own, you can request one. So all of that stuff for like a cup of coffee a day, and you can get access to that on top of getting access to our brand new Niche Properties Insider, Volume 1, which at the time of this airing is the one that we are releasing. All right. So if you want access to that and you're listening to this, head on over to brandcreators.com/BCA. There you'll fill out a quick little survey, and then we will send you a private invite to join our academy. And like I said, it's very affordable, and we did it that way because we want to help more people, but we do also want only serious people that are actively building their niche properties and building their brands. So if you are interested, if you're the type of person that likes to learn by example and kind of go through this stuff where you're able to see it in action, definitely head on over and give it a shot. And there's no commitments as far as like you have to stay for a certain amount of time. It's not. It's a month by month. And again, for as little as $3 per day, you can get full access to everything that we have to offer to help you. And you get the support, the training, everything that you need, and a really good group of people. So if you're interested, check it out. Guys, that is my little announcement here today. That's my little secret project, if you will. And I'm super excited about it. And by the time this airs, it will already be released. And we'll be working on volume 2, which will be releasing in February with a brand new niche that we'll be revealing and tearing down and building out a 90-day blueprint to build that one out as well. So yeah, pretty excited about it. So guys, thanks so much for listening. Hopefully this has helped you. Hopefully it got your wheels turning to go on out there and start doing some tear downs of your own. And you learn so much from doing it. So I hope this helped you. All right, guys. So that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, take care, take action, have an awesome, amazing day. I'll see you right back here. I'll see you on the next episode. Take care, guys. Cut. All right, guys. You have any quick questions for me before we wrap up? Yeah. Okay, Salma, is it possible to see history of all the websites previously sold on Motion Invest or only ones that currently for sale? Yeah, it's just the ones that are currently for sale. That's basically how they work that over there. Okay, cool. So I think that's it. No questions here. So if you have any questions, and I'm obviously on the replay, drop them in the comments. And everyone that is watching the replay and you are inside of BCA, keep an eye out this afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be going live inside of our group. So all you need to be is signed into the group. And then once you're in the group, you'll see us there. And if you miss it, you will be able to watch the replay. And we are going to be working on a guide to go along with it. But again, this is our first edition. So we're going to be learning, we're going to working out the kinks and all of that stuff too. So bear with us, but it's going to be fun, going to be exciting. And I can't wait to share this with you. All right, guys. So have an awesome, amazing day. And I will see you right back here, or maybe I'll see you this afternoon. But if not, I'll see you right back here Friday for our normally scheduled Friday jam session, which will be happening this Friday. All right, guys. Take care. Take action. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.